The family group chat notification came through while I was reviewing acquisition contracts in my Manhattan office. RIVERA Family Squad. Nathan * big announcement. We're taking mom to the Maldives for her 60th birthday. Party popper desert island. Sophia * OMG YES. She's going to die. Which resort? Nathan * Sapphire Cove. That ultra-luxury private island. Booked the whole place for the week. Sophia * Nathan. That place costs like $15,000 per night. Nathan * $18,000 actually. But mom deserves it. Dad's been saving for years. Dad * your mother has given us everything. Time to give back. I stared at the screen. Sapphire Cove. They'd booked Sapphire Cove. Mom * I'm crying. You didn't have to do this. Sophia * we leave March 15th. Just the family. Marcus is taking time off work and I'm bringing the kids. Nathan * Victoria, you're coming too obviously. Take time off from whatever job you're doing now. I looked at my brother's message. Whatever job you're doing now. As if my career was some mystery they couldn't be bothered to understand. Victoria * what dates exactly? Nathan * March 15th to 22nd. Why, you can't afford the flight. Face with tears of joy. Sophia * Nathan, don't be mean. Nathan * I'm not being mean. I'm being realistic. The flight alone is $2,400. Plus she'd need spending money, nice clothes for dinners. We're not asking her to split the resort cost, but everything else adds up. Dad * Nathan has a point, Mija. This trip is expensive. Maybe you should sit this one out. I read the message 3 times. Maybe you should sit this one out. Sophia * Tori, we love you, but this is a really upscale trip. The resort has a dress code for dinner. Everyone brings designer outfits. Might be uncomfortable for you. Nathan * plus we're doing activities. Diving, jet skiing, the spa. Everything costs extra. We don't want you to feel left out because you can't participate. Mom * Victoria, honey, we'll celebrate separately when we get back. Just us. Somewhere more budget-friendly. I sat back in my chair. Through my office window I could see Central Park, the city stretching endlessly in every direction. On my desk were contracts for a hotel acquisition in Dubai. My assistant had just brought me coffee in a mug that cost more than the outfit my family assumed I couldn't afford. Victoria * understood. Have a wonderful trip. Nathan * thanks for being cool about it. We'll send you pics. Sophia * love you. We'll bring you back a souvenir. 2 hearts. I locked my phone and turned to my computer. I pulled up the property management system and typed in Sapphire Cove Resort, Maldives. Property ID SE001. Owner, RIVERA Luxury Holdings LLC. Acquisition date, June 2021. Purchase price, $47 million. Current valuation, $52 million. Status, operational. Manager, James Chin. I picked up my office phone and dialed. James, it's Victoria Rivera. Ms. Rivera. Good morning. What can I do for you? I need information about a reservation. Sapphire Cove. Booking under the name Robert Rivera, March 15th through 22nd. I heard typing. Yes, I have it here. Party of 8. They've booked the entire island for the week. Total cost $126,000. Who made the reservation? Let me check. Nathan Rivera. Paid in full 2 days ago. They've also booked several premium experiences. Private diving excursions, couples spa treatments, the sunset yacht dinner. Very nice package. I'm sure it is. I lean back in my chair. James, I need you to do something for me. Of course. When they arrive, I want you to greet them personally. I want you to mention my name. Specifically, I want you to welcome them to my property. There was a pause. You want me to reveal that you own the resort? Exactly. May I ask why? Because my family just uninvited me from my mother's birthday trip because they don't think I can afford it. They have no idea they just spent $126,000 to vacation on my island. James was quiet for a moment, then I heard a smile in his voice. It would be my absolute pleasure, Ms. Rivera. Thank you, James. Call me when they arrive. I want to hear everything. 3 weeks passed. I didn't mention the trip to my family. They certainly didn't mention it to me. The group chat filled with excited messages about packing, about activities they'd planned, about how perfect everything would be. Sophia asterisk got a new bikini for the trip. And 3 new sundresses. This is going to be amazing. Hibiscus. Nathan asterisk booked a private photographer for sunset family photos. Mom's going to love it. Mom asterisk I can't believe this is happening. Best children in the world. I watched it all from my office, from business meetings, from investor dinners where I wore the kind of clothes they didn't think I owned. I said nothing. On March 15th I was in my office when my phone rang. James. They've arrived, he said. I put him on speaker and sat back. Tell me everything. The seaplane landed 15 minutes ago. I greeted them at the dock personally. Your mother cried when she saw the island. Your father looked overwhelmed. The children were running around and your sister was already taking photos. And I welcomed them exactly as you requested. I said, welcome to Sapphire Cove. We're honored to host you at Ms. Rivera's private resort. Your brother stopped walking. He said, Ms. Rivera? I confirmed. Yes, Victoria Rivera. The owner. What did they do? Your sister pulled out her phone immediately. Your brother's face went pale. Your father said there must be some mistake. I assured them there was no mistake. You purchased this property in 2021. You own it outright. I heard voices in the background of James's call. Raised voices. Hold on, James said. Your sister is approaching me again. I heard Sophia's voice, high-pitched and frantic. There has to be an error. Victoria Rivera is our sister. She works retail. She lives in a studio apartment. She can't own a $47 million resort. I assure you, ma'am, there's no error. Ms. Rivera owns 18 properties across 5 continents. Sapphire Cove is her flagship luxury property. 18 properties? That was Nathan. That's impossible. We would know if our sister was some kind of real estate mogul. Would you? James asked, his tone perfectly professional. Ms. Rivera is quite private about her holdings. But I can verify her ownership if you'd like. Would you prefer to speak with her directly? Yes. Sophia said. Put her on the phone right now. I'll see if she's available. James came back to me. Ms. Rivera, your sister would like to speak with you. Put her on. There was a shuffling sound. Then Sophia's voice came through, breathless and confused. Victoria? What the hell is going on? Hi, Sophia. How was the flight? How was the flight, me? This man is saying you own this resort. That you own 18 properties. That's insane. Tell him there's been a mistake. There's no mistake, I said calmly. I own Sapphire Cove. I bought it in 2021 for $47 million. Current valuation is about $52 million. You're welcome for the family discount, by the way. I only charged you the base rate instead of the full premium package. What? You're serious? Completely serious. James is my property manager. He's worked for me for 3 years. You're going to love the resort. The staff is exceptional. Victoria. Nathan's voice came through, distant but loud. Get on this phone now. I heard shuffling again. Nathan's breathing was heavy when he spoke. What kind of game are you playing? I'm not playing a game. You booked my resort. Did you enjoy the booking process? I redesigned the website last year. Much more user-friendly. This isn't funny. I'm not joking. I pulled up my laptop and opened a document. Your confirmation number is SC150397. You booked the Ocean Villa, the Sunset Villa, and the Family Pavilion. You added the premium diving package, the couple's spa experience for mom and dad, and the private yacht dinner. Total, $126,000. Paid in full via wire transfer on February 20th. Would you like me to email you the receipt? The silence on the other end was absolute. How? He finally said. How is this possible? I built a career, Nathan. While you all assumed I was failing, I was building something real. But you live in a tiny apartment. You wear thrift store clothes. You drive a 2011 Mazda. I live modestly by choice. I invest my money in properties, not in impressing people. The apartment costs $900 a month and is perfect for my needs. The clothes are comfortable. The car runs fine. Why would I spend money on things that don't matter? Things that don't matter? Sophia's voice was back. Tori, you let us think you were poor. I never said I was poor. You assumed it. Because you live like you're poor. I live like someone who understands the difference between being rich and looking rich, I corrected. I'd rather own a $47 million resort than wear a $5,000 dress. My father's voice came through shaky. Victoria, is this really true? You own this place. Stat. I own it. Along with 17 other properties. Hotels, resorts, commercial buildings. I run a portfolio worth approximately $380 million. I heard my mother make a choking sound. $380 million, my father repeated. Give or take. Property values fluctuate daily. But yes, that's the current valuation. I don't understand, my mother said, her voice small. When did this happen? How did this happen? It started 10 years ago. I was 22 working retail like you all love to remind me. But I was also studying real estate investment at night. Learning property management, market analysis, investment strategies. I saved every penny I made. After 2 years, I had enough for a down payment on my first property. A small vacation rental in Costa Rica. Costa Rica? Nathan said. When were you in Costa Rica? I've been to 37 countries in the past 10 years, Nathan. I just didn't post about it on social media. That first property generated enough income to buy another. Then another. I built slowly, carefully, reinvesting every profit. By the time I was 27, I owned 8 properties. By 30, I had enough capital to make serious acquisitions. Sapphire Cove was my first major purchase. This is insane, Sophia whispered. Is it? Or is it just unexpected because it doesn't fit the narrative you created about me? What narrative? Nathan challenged. The one where I'm the struggling sister. The one who can't get her life together. The one you all pity and exclude because she's not successful like the rest of you. We don't pity you, Sophia protested. Don't you? 3 weeks ago, you uninvited me from Mom's birthday trip because you didn't think I could afford it. You didn't ask if I could come. You didn't offer to help. You just decided I wasn't successful enough to be included. That's not what we meant, my father started. That's exactly what you meant, I interrupted gently. You said the trip was too upscale for me. That I'd be uncomfortable because everyone would have designer clothes and I wouldn't. That I should sit this one out because I couldn't afford the activities. We were trying to save you from embarrassment, my mother said. Were you? Or were you trying to save yourselves from the embarrassment of having me there? The sister who doesn't fit the image. The daughter who didn't follow the path you expected. The silence stretched. I want to speak with this James person again, Nathan finally said. I heard shuffling, then James's professional voice. Yes, Mr. Rivera? Is there any way to verify this? That she really owns this place? Certainly. I can show you the property deeds, the business licenses, the operating agreements. Ms. Rivera's ownership is well documented. Would you like me to provide that information? Yes. Of course. I'll have the documents brought to your villa within the hour. In the meantime, please enjoy the welcome refreshments. Your villas are ready, and I've taken the liberty of upgrading your accommodations as a courtesy from Ms. Rivera. Upgraded? Sophia asked. Yes. You're now in our 3 premium ocean villas. Each has a private infinity pool, outdoor shower, and direct beach access. Compliments of the owner. I heard my mother say something but couldn't make out the words. James came back on my line. Ms. Rivera, I've sent them to their villas. The documents will be delivered shortly. Is there anything else you need? Just keep me updated. Let me know how they handle the rest of the check-in. It would be my pleasure. 2 hours later, my phone started ringing. First Sophia, then Nathan, then my father. I let them all go to voicemail. I was in a meeting with investors discussing a potential acquisition in Bali. When the meeting ended, I had 14 missed calls and 23 text messages. Sophia *, Tori, please call us. We need to talk about this. Nathan *, the documents are real. You actually own this place. We need to understand what's happening. Dad * Victoria, please. Your mother is very upset. Call us. Mom * Mija, I don't understand any of this. Why didn't you tell us? I opened my laptop and pulled up the security camera feeds for Sapphire Cove. I could see my family in the main villa, gathered around the dining table. My mother was crying. My father had his head in his hands. Nathan was pacing. Sophia was on her phone, probably trying to call me again. I picked up my phone and called James. How are they doing? I asked. Emotionally, shell-shocked. Your brother has been demanding to see more proof. I've shown him everything. Incorporation documents, property titles, financial statements. He's currently searching your name on Google. He won't find much. I keep a low profile. He's discovering that. Though he did find the Forbes article from last year. I smiled. Forbes had done a piece on young women in luxury real estate. They'd featured me, though I'd insisted on minimal personal details. The article that calls me the invisible mogul? That's the one. Your sister is reading it aloud right now. Your mother just said, "That's my daughter?" Approximately 7 times. What about my father? He's been quiet. Processing, I think. He keeps looking at the property documents like they'll change if he stares long enough. And the kids? Your niece and nephew are in the pool, blissfully unaware. They think this is just a normal fancy vacation. Good. They shouldn't be part of this. My phone buzzed. Nathan was calling again. James, I'm going to take this call. Keep monitoring the situation. If they want to check out early, let them. But they don't get a refund. They excluded me from the trip. They can deal with the consequences. Understood. Though I should mention the resort is already growing on them. Your nephew said this is the best place he's ever been. I smiled. Kids have good taste. I switched to Nathan's call. Hello. Victoria. Finally. His voice was strained. We need to talk. I'm listening. Is this real? All of it? The properties, the money, everything. Yes. Why didn't you tell us? When should I have told you? During the family dinner where you joked about me working retail forever? Or the Christmas when Sophia asked if I needed money for rent? Or maybe the time Dad offered to help me get back on my feet? We were trying to help. You were trying to fix what wasn't broken. You all decided I was struggling and nothing I did changed your minds. So I stopped trying to change them. But you could have shown us. Proven you were successful. Why? I asked. So you'd finally respect me? So you'd include me in things? I didn't want respect that came from my bank account, Nathan. I wanted you to value me regardless of my perceived success. That's not fair. What's not fair is that you uninvited me from our mother's 60th birthday because you didn't think I was successful enough to be there. What's not fair is that you assumed I'd be uncomfortable around your designer clothes and upscale activities. What's not fair is that you've spent years treating me like a charity case when I was more successful than any of you. He was quiet for a long moment. You're right. We were awful. I was awful. Yes, you were. I'm sorry. We're all sorry. Sophia's crying. Dad hasn't said 10 words since we saw the documents. Mom keeps asking why you didn't tell her. Tell Mom I didn't tell her because every time I tried to talk about my work, she'd change the subject and ask when I was going to get a real job. Tell her I stopped sharing because it was clear none of you wanted to hear about my life unless it fit your expectations. That's harsh. It's honest. I softened my voice slightly. Nathan, I love you all. But you've spent years making me feel like I wasn't enough. Like I was the family failure. Do you have any idea what that's like? No, he admitted. I don't. And I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. I believe you. But sorry isn't enough. What changes now? Everything, he said quickly. Everything changes. We'll do better. We'll ask about your life. We'll stop making assumptions. We'll treat you like the successful businesswoman you are. I don't want you to treat me like a successful businesswoman, I said. I want you to treat me like your sister. Success or not, designer clothes or not, I'm still the same person I was 3 weeks ago. The only thing that changed is what you know about my bank account. I understand. Do you? Because I'm not sure you do. I'm still going to live in my small apartment. I'm still going to wear comfortable clothes. I'm still going to drive my old car. My net worth doesn't change who I am. And if you can only respect me now that you know I'm wealthy, then we have a bigger problem than I thought. Nathan was quiet. In the background I heard Sophia say something. Sophia wants to talk to you, Nathan said. There was shuffling, then my sister's voice came through, thick with tears. Tori, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We were horrible to you. You were. I know. And I can't take it back. But please let us make this right. Stay on the trip. Come here. Let us celebrate Mom together. As a family. I wasn't invited, remember? You're invited now. No, not invited. But I'm begging you to come. Please. Mom needs you here. We all do. I looked out my office window at the New York skyline. I had meetings scheduled. Properties to manage. A life I'd built that had nothing to do with their approval. But they were still my family. I'll think about it, I said finally. Please say yes. We'll cover your flight. We'll. Sophia, I can cover my own flight. I own a private jet. She made a sound that was half laugh, half sob. Of course you do. Of course you own a private jet. Is there anything you don't own? Apparently, a family that respects me regardless of my bank account. We do respect you. We didn't see you clearly. But we see you now. Do you? Or do you just see the money? We see you, she insisted. We see that we've been blind and stupid and awful. We see that our little sister has been incredibly successful while we've been treating her like she needed saving. We see it, Tori. I promise we see it. I heard my mother in the background. Is that Victoria? Let me talk to her. Please. Sophia passed the phone. My mother's voice was shaky. Mija. Hi, Mom. Why didn't you tell me? He was crying. Why didn't you tell me you'd become so successful? I tried, Mom. But every time I mentioned my work, you'd tell me to find something more stable. Something with benefits. Something normal. I was worried about you. I know. But your worry felt like disappointment. It felt like you didn't believe in me. I did believe in you. I didn't understand what you were doing. And instead of asking, I assumed. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I felt my own eyes start to burn. I needed you to be proud of me even when you thought I was struggling. I needed you to love me without conditions. I do love you without conditions. I always have. Then why wasn't I invited to your birthday trip? She was quiet for a long moment. Because I was embarrassed. Not of you, of myself. I was embarrassed that I couldn't help you more. That I couldn't give you what I'd given your brother and sister. And it was easier to exclude you than to face that I'd failed you. You didn't fail me, Mom. I did. I failed to see you. To really see you. And I'm sorry. I closed my eyes. I'll come. You will. I'll be there tomorrow. But Mom, we need to have some honest conversations. About how you all see me. About what changes now. Anything. We'll do anything. I don't want anything to change, I said. That's the point. I'm still the same person. I just want you to see that person clearly. We will. I promise we will. 24 hours later, I landed my private jet on the water near Sapphire Cove. The seaplane, my seaplane, skimmed across the turquoise water and pulled up to the dock where my family waited. They stared as I stepped out in my usual clothes. Simple linen pants, a white t-shirt, canvas sneakers. No designer labels. No statement jewelry. Just me. My mother rushed forward first and pulled me into a hug so tight I could barely breathe. He came. You actually came. I said I would. She pulled back, studying my face like she was seeing me for the first time. Look at you. My daughter, the mogul. I'm just me, Mom. You're not just anything, my father said, approaching slowly. Victoria, I owe you an apology. A massive one. We all do. I know. I should have asked more questions. I should have listened when you talked about your work. I should have believed in you. Yeah, you should have. I looked at all of them, Nathan, Sophia, their spouses, my parents. But here's what I need you to understand. This resort, these properties, the money, none of it defines me. It's what I do, not who I am. And I need you to love who I am, not what I own. We do, Sophia said. We love you. We were just too stupid to show it properly. So show it now. Show it by asking about my life. By including me. By not judging my choices. Can you do that? Yes, my mother said firmly. We will. I looked around at the island. My island. At the crystal clear water and white sand beaches. At the luxury villas and swaying palm trees. I'd built this. I'd created this paradise through years of hard work and smart investments. And now, finally, my family was seeing it. Seeing me. All right, I said, allowing myself to smile. Let's celebrate Mom's birthday. Properly this time. All of us together. My mother took my hand. Thank you for coming. Thank you for forgiving us. Thank you for finally asking me to stay. As we walked toward the villa together, The whole family finally complete. Nathan fell into step beside me. So, he said, you own a private jet? I own 3 actually. Different sizes for different routes. He laughed, shaking his head. Of course you do. Anything else we should know? I'm considering buying a hotel chain in Europe. And I'm in talks to acquire a vineyard in Napa. Oh, and I'm on the board of directors for 2 major real estate investment firms. Unbelievable, he muttered. Our little sister is basically a real estate empire. I prefer carefully diversified portfolio, I corrected. But sure, empire works. He put his arm around my shoulders. I'm proud of you, Tori. I should have said that years ago. You should have. But you're saying it now. That counts for something. That evening we all gathered for dinner on the beach. A private setup with the sunset painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. The chef had prepared my mother's favorite dishes. Champagne flowed. And for the first time in years we talked. Really talked. They asked about my work, my properties, my plans. They listened to my answers. They asked follow-up questions. They treated me like someone worth knowing, not just someone to worry about. And when my mother blew out her birthday candles, surrounded by her family on a private island owned by the daughter she'd almost excluded, she looked at me with tears in her eyes. Best birthday ever, she said. Not because of where we are, though this place is incredible. But because all my children are here. Together. Finally seeing each other clearly. I raised my glass. To seeing clearly. And to family. Even when they're blind idiots. Everyone laughed, including Nathan and Sophia. To family, they echoed. And for the first time in a long time I felt like I belonged. Not because they finally knew about my success, but because they finally wanted to know me. All of me, regardless of the bank account or the properties or the empire I'd built in secret. Sometimes people need a shock to open their eyes. Sometimes they need to vacation on your $47 million private island to realize they never actually knew you at all. But once their eyes are open, once they really see you, that's when the real relationship can begin. And mine was just starting.